Welcome back, Curry Crew. Today we have another delicious recipe for you. Now today we're gonna be making some delicious loaded potato wedges, but we're gonna put them in another twist and we're gonna make them really nice and spicy and flavorful and absolutely awesome. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into our video. So, step one for our dish will be to take a large potato and peel and wash it. So we're gonna be using 4 large potatoes and we're gonna cut the potatoes into wedges. Now you can either cut them into thick or smaller wedges. I prefer the larger wedge, but that's up to you. Once you are done cutting the potatoes, we will once again wash them with some cold water. This is gonna help make sure that they stay tight and they don't become all mushy when you boil them. Next, take a large pan full of cold water, and now we're gonna parboil our potatoes. Now, what does parboil mean? Parboil as a word is a combination of basically partial cook and boil. So we're gonna be partial cooking our potatoes. Now, the reason we're using cold water instead of warm water or lukewarm water is because the cold water will make sure that as it comes up to a boil, we only cook the outside of our potato and not the entire thing and get basically mashed potatoes. So sprinkle in a tablespoon of salt into your cold water, and then we're gonna bring the water up to a boil and then boil the potatoes for about 6 or 7 minutes, and that way the potatoes should be cooked on the outside but still somewhat raw in the middle, and this will allow us to get a crispy outer layer on our wedges when we fry them. Now, while the water comes up to a boil and our potatoes cook, let's prepare our seasoned flour. So into a large mixing bowl, take half a cup of all-purpose flour, and then into this we're gonna add in our seasonings. So we're gonna start with half a tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of black pepper, 1/4 tablespoon of red chili powder or cayenne, and 1 tablespoon of onion powder and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Give it all a nice mix until all of the seasoning is well combined into your flour. So once again, when your water starts boiling, you're now gonna cook the potatoes for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then you can turn off the stove. Once the potatoes are ready, we can take them out of the water, we're gonna drain them, and we're gonna place them directly into our seasoned flour. Now, once you have strained all your potatoes and placed them in the mixing bowl with the flour, give them a nice toss so that the flour can evenly coat all of our potatoes and so that they can be covered in all of the spices. Next, we're gonna heat up some oil in a frying pan, and then we're just gonna start frying up our potatoes. So wait until your oil is hot enough and then fry your wedges in the oil for about 7 to 8 minutes or until they are nice and crispy and golden brown. Once your wedges are cooked, place them in a mixing bowl, and then into this we're gonna add in half a tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of black pepper, and 1/4 tablespoon of red chili pepper or cayenne. Now you wanna do this while your wedges are hot because that's what's gonna allow all the spices to stick to the wedges. If you allow them to cool down, nothing's gonna stick to it, it's just gonna all fall off. So do it immediately out of the frying. Now, once that's done, you're gonna give all of them a nice toss until the wedges are evenly coated, and now we're finally ready to start assembling our loaded wedges. So take a large baking dish or a cast iron skillet and first add in your wedges as the base layer. Then to this we're going to add in a layer of seasoned black beans. Now this part is optional, however we are doing it because we want to add kind of like a Mexican flair to our wedges. Now if you want the recipe for these beans, click in the link below or you can click above. Again, this part's optional, so if you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. Next, we're gonna add in some fresh red onions sprinkled across the whole dish, and this will add a nice crunch to our dish. Then we're also gonna add in some freshly chopped jalapenos to add a nice kick to our dish, a bunch of spice that you're gonna get out of it. It's gonna be great. And then we're also gonna add in a layer of corn kernels, and last but not least, we're gonna top our dish with some grated cheese. Now we will place this under the broiler for about 6 to 7 minutes or until the cheese melts and becomes a bit golden brown. If you don't have a broiler, just place it in the oven at 500 degrees Fahrenheit or about 260 degrees Celsius until the cheese melts. After about 6 to 7 minutes, remove the skillet from the oven and we will garnish with some fresh scallions or some green onions as well as a drizzle of sour cream. Now here we have our final dish and it looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like an art piece and I don't feel like disturbing it at all. However, it smells so good that I have to dig in. So let's not delay this any further. Let's dig right into this awesome dish. So guys, here we have our final dish. It just came out of the oven. It smells awesome. So I'm gonna dig right in. It will be hot, but I will power through it, you know, just blow on it a little bit and it will be good. So let's dig in. Guys, that might be some of the best loaded wedges I've ever had. They're so delicious because you have the spiciness from the jalapeno, the cayenne that we put in there. You also have a little bit of saltiness from all the other spices that we put. It tastes so delicious. You have the gooey cheese on top, the awesome sour cream to help cut down some of that spice. Guys, it's a perfect appetizer, or you know, a game day meal, whatever it is that you want to make this for, or you just feel like making it for yourself. You know, why not? You want to pig out, make this. It's going to be awesome. So you guys need to try this out for yourself because it's absolutely delicious. Let me know how it turns out for you and keep on cooking.